Coros has been solidifying itself as a brand that truly understands the needs of athletes, delivering products with excellent value for money. Right now, my go-to smartwatch for all my training sessions is the Garmin Forerunner 965, but I'm really curious about this new device. The launch of the Coros Pace Pro caught my attention, especially since I had already tested previous versions like the Coros Pace 2 and Pace 3. The big question I had was what's new in this model, and most importantly, is it worth upgrading for those who already own the previous versions? To answer this, I put the Coros Pace Pro through an extensive review. I conducted long runs, intense interval sessions, some trail running, and even wore it during the Discovery's half marathon. Although the race result wasn't what I had hoped for, the focus here is on the watch's performance, not mine. Throughout this process, I gathered enough data to provide a comprehensive analysis, covering what impressed me the most, what could be improved, and my final thoughts on this model. The Coros Pace Pro immediately stands out for its lightweight design, weighing less than 50 grams. This makes it incredibly light on the wrist, which I greatly appreciate during long training sessions. The 1.3-inch AMOLED display, made from mineral glass, offers excellent visibility even in bright conditions, and the touchscreen is responsive and easy to use. Coros' simplicity in releasing a single version of the watch makes the choice straightforward for consumers, which is a refreshing approach in the market. Another important feature is its water resistance, allowing use in aquatic activities, although it's not suitable for diving. The inclusion of heart rate monitoring underwater is an interesting touch that will likely appeal to triathletes and swimmers. When it comes to battery life, the Coros Pace Pro excels with an impressive 20-day duration, 5 more than the previous model. During GPS activities in dual frequency mode, battery life reaches 31 hours. A significant jump from the 15 hours of the Pace 3. Charging remains quick and efficient, taking about 2 hours for a full charge. Internal memory is another highlight, with 32 GB available compared to the 4 GB of the previous version. This increase allows for storing maps and offline music, making the watch even more versatile. In terms of navigation, the Pace Pro supports GPS, GLONASS and Galileo, ensuring remarkable accuracy worldwide. The mapping feature with checkpoints, return to start, and touchscreen navigation controls adds great value for those exploring new trails and terrains. During my tests, I compared the accuracy of the Coros Pace Pro with the Garmin Forerunner 965, the watch I use daily and consider a benchmark for reliability. I was impressed with the Pace Pro's accuracy, which proved to be nearly identical to the Garmin in most routes, both in distance measurements and trajectory consistency. Sleep tracking showed minor differences, but nothing significant enough to be considered a flaw. Where the Coros Pace Pro truly excelled was in heart rate measurement. While the Forerunner 965 sometimes provides inconsistent readings, the Pace Pro was extremely accurate, aligning perfectly with readings from a chest strap, which I highly value. I used the Garmin heart rate strap during tests, and whether in calm or intense training, the accuracy remained consistent, reinforcing the watch's reliability. Additionally, the roads plotted on both devices were nearly identical, and this precision was also reflected in sleep tracking, offering detailed and reliable analysis. The Coros Pace Pro comes equipped with a wide range of sensors, including an optical heart rate monitor, barometric altimeter, accelerometer, gyroscope, 3D compass, thermometer, pulse oximeter, and ECG sensor. In terms of connectivity, it supports Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and the Coros app, while also enabling offline music playback when paired with Bluetooth headphones. The running features of the Coros Pace Pro are incredibly comprehensive, offering functionalities like virtual pacer, virtual run, running form tests, and resting heart rate monitoring. The watch supports various activities from running, cycling, and swimming to triathlon and custom workouts. The ability to add routes and navigate during runs is a feature I greatly appreciated, and the data collected includes pace, distance, training zones, load, cadence, stride length, running power, elevation, and training effect. What I loved most about the Coros Pace Pro was undoubtedly the battery life and data management efficiency. The system's fluidity, quick response times, and intuitive interface made the user experience extremely pleasant. The GPS accuracy and AMOLED screen quality were standout features. If I had to point out an area for improvement, I might mention the simple design. While functional, it may not appeal to those looking for a more premium-looking watch. In terms of price, the Pace Pro sits above the Pace 3, raising the question of whether the upgrades justify the investment for those who already own the previous model. My experience with the Coros Pace Pro was overwhelmingly positive. From the moment I put it on my wrist, I felt comfortable and quickly adapted to the Coros ecosystem, even though I was already familiar with previous models. I appreciate Coros' commitment to continuously updating its devices, often adding new features. Coros seems to prioritize athletes, focusing more on performance than flashy extras. I use the Garmin Forerunner 965 daily, but after testing the Coros Pace Pro, I must admit that if I didn't have the Garmin, this would be a strong contender to become my main watch. The Coros Pace Pro is designed for serious athletes who are focused on improving performance without being distracted by secondary features. If you value an AMOLED display and are looking for a complete watch, the Pace Pro is an excellent choice. However, if you already own the Pace 3 and aren't concerned about the lack of an AMOLED screen, an immediate upgrade might not be necessary. Regardless of your choice, the most important thing remains the training, because at the end of the day, watches don't run for us.